Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here at Galaxy once again. And believe me, today I'm super excited because coming out of Georgia is Jay Daniels from the Jay Daniels Band. Now playing right now, it's another All Right. We'll talk about that as we go live to air. Keep an eye on us. Believe me, there's going to be a lot of fun today. It really is. In fact, we need some fun today, don't we, Barbara?
Yes, we do.
So, join us and have some fun. Here's Jay Daniels. So, Jay, what we're doing is we're doing this Facebook Live, but we'll convert this over to YouTube and send you a copy of this. And,
oh, great, cool.
We'll give you a copy of everything. At the end of this, we'll do some funny photos, crazy photos actually. Basically, just so you can put them on your wallpaper or on your phone and show your friends. Don't do this with Kiwis. It's not healthy. We'll also do a couple of quick videos. Now, one we'll put on our website. Now, with the amount of traffic that we have going through our website right now, they don't just stream from our website. They get nosy and go and have a look around. Sometimes I feel very oogled. I've got to be honest with you, Jay. I really do. But right on the homepage, we have a shout-out thing. And people go and have a look and then want to know who Jay Daniels is and goes through and finds out as much relevant information as possible. Before you know it, you got another 5,000 Facebook fans.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, I feel sorry for you. Because I will put in some fan questions as well through this interview.
Oh, okay.
And at the same time, I'll also ask you if you would consider coming to New Zealand and playing in front of New Zealand audiences. And I think by the amount of requests we're getting for you, that's a feasible question, it really is. So,
okay.
At the same time, I'll just let you know there is 5,993,000 online right now.
Perfect.
That's an average hour. It's a good hour. Let's have some fun.
That's what we like.
Yes.
Hi, Sabrina. Thank you for joining us.
Sabrina.
Yeah.
Nice. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. It is 7 after 11 o'clock, 24 degrees. Barbara, I have to concede that the weatherman has won so far, but we've still got a lot of day to go. I can see comfortably 26, 27 degrees, like the breakfast crew predicted earlier on. Wednesday, February 19th, hump day too, by the way. We haven't done that one for a long time, and I couldn't be more elated. In fact, I'm honoured to introduce everybody to Jay Daniels. Of course, he's hailing from Mobile, Alabama, and I want to talk to him about Mobile very shortly. But right now, joining us out of Georgia, welcome to the family, and nice to have you with us, Jay.
Thank you so much. It is an honor to be here, and I'm just looking forward to getting into this and talking about music.
Well, I got to let you know, Jay, this is not like the rigid 12 questions that every DJ's ask you and will ask you in the future. This is more relaxed, bit of fun to be had, I've got to be honest with you. We'll ask you some, we might even do the 5 questions from the 50 Shades of Grant. Believe me, that is amusing. And we will put in some fan questions in there as well. But at the same time, we really want to be able to get to know Jay Daniels because, believe me, Jay, we have been getting a huge amount of requests for your music. People want to know more about Jay Daniels. So we're going to go down that road as well. First of all, we've played another It's Alright. Tell me about the lyrics of that.
Man, so another It's Alright. That was just kind of written on a whim, and I was thinking about a guy who was down on his luck. And he decided he was going to go out that night and he was just going to just drink his problems away. And so when he got there, he ended up meeting a beautiful lady and was going to take her back to his place. And anyway, he ends up waking up on the floor, and it was just all a dream. It never really happened. And so he went to drink his problems away, thought he ended up scoring the dream of his life, and it was really just that, a dream, because he drank himself stupid.
Well, you know something, believe me, I've been in a few situations myself, especially when you don't recognise the ceiling at first sight. No, that's not my place. But moreover, you're having a very happy dream kissing somebody, and then you wake up and find it's just the dog trying to wake you up to let it out. That's all happened to me, believe me. But we love another It's Alright right here at Galaxy. We really do. Getting quite a few requests for it. And I'm finding ever increasingly that I'm not being able to get through a breakfast show, and we do the breakfast show between 6 and 10 in the morning, without at least playing one of the J. Daniels Band songs. Now, I got kind of confused as well, because when I first heard you, it was the J. Daniels Band, and then one day Barbara's saying to me, but hold on, he's with another band as well. Now, this is the Outlaws of all things, High Noon Outlaws. Now, I'm sitting there going, no, hold on, he can't be with that band, because we play High Noon, and then we play the High Noon Outlaws, which is rather confusing in its own right, but this is the J. Daniels Band. Now, tell me, who the hell are you with?
So, it's me, it's J. Daniels, and then the High Noon Outlaws. So, they I don't want to say backing band, because it's not like this is my show and they're just there. They're my family, and we wanted to not get rid of the J. Daniels name, but they're there playing the shows, rehearsing with me, and going through everything. I don't go into the studio with studio musicians or whatever. I go with the High Noon Outlaws.
Now, at the same time, you have family members in the High Noons, and good friends as well. You've been together forever and ever, so you know each other's formulas, you know each other's movements, what's coming next. And you said to me, basically, it's fair at the moment, it's another ride. But they tend to have the longevity, these songs. That, I speak to so many artists, and some of them say to me, I wrote that down on a McDonald's napkin, and it's the best song. You know what I'm saying? Much like Freddie Mercury did a number of songs that were just to be thrown away, that ended up having the Freddie Mercury feel to it, and believe me, they ended up being very, very huge songs, like Fat Bottom Girls, for instance.
That's right.
He didn't actually mean to release that. He was actually having a joke, because he was sitting in a cafe watching these girls on push bikes, and guess where push bikes came from? You know what I mean? So
that's right.
All of that, I think, is an absolute sign of a genius. Now, for me, I think, sir, you have a huge part in being a genius and putting all of this music together. Now, do you write the songs yourself?
I do. I write them all, and I record them all right here as demos. And then we go and, put it all together as a band.
Believe me, being an engineer myself, and I've done it for a couple of years now, and not only studio and recording, but also front of house, everything like that. I don't listen to music, or as a DJ, as a fan would. I listen to music as an engineer, as a DJ would, and I break it down in its increments, and then listen to each and every part of it, how it's structured, how it's put together. Basically getting in the mind of the engineer that's put it all together, and I can't fault this. I love this work, I really, really do. Now, having said that, and I want to talk to you about Dirty Woman very, very shortly, but I better get a fan question in there. I'm being told in my headset right now that the fans want to know, Jay, how do we get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, Jay, do you respond?
I always respond, yes. I always respond, and, you can go to any of those social media platforms and just put J Daniels Band, and you can find me. So Facebook.com /J Daniels Band, Instagram, .com/J Daniels Band. Same with Twitter, all that. I got a website, jdanielsband.com.
Nice. Now, on your website, do you have a merchandise store?
I do. It's I don't ship it directly, but you can go and see all the different products and everything, and they make it and send it right to you.
Love that, because believe me, you're going to get a few more dimes in the payback. But having said that, now that the world knows that you are available on the internet and you with the interwebby thing, and you do respond, I'm not going to apologise for the extra 5,000 Facebook fans you're going to get instantly.
No, please don't.
Yeah, but believe me, a lot of work. There is a lot of work there. Something that I've discovered just recently, I've got to be honest with you, for a number of years I didn't have a cell phone, any sort of communication, because work was work. I went home and home life was what I was about.
That's
so
right.
I had a Barbara for that. And Barbara used to take care of all my Facebook, Instagram, all that sort of stuff for me. And, I don't know how she found the time. Because she goes through all of these bands, everything like that. She also manages an entertainment company that brings bands into the country and sets up staging, all that sort of stuff. She does the logistics. Where she found the time to be able to do my stuff on Facebook as well, I don't know. Up until a few weeks ago when she says, Grant, bugger you, have a phone. Now I have to do it all myself.
That's right. And so social media is a full-time job in itself.
I'm finding this out now. Not that I wanted to, I really didn't, but believe me, it's a hugely important part of a band's profile, if you know what I mean, these days. No longer are we doing things by...
No, that's right, it really is. I mean, I notice, like, if I go a certain amount of time and I haven't posted on certain thing, I'm like, oh no, I got to stop everything and do that, because it's, social media is such a great tool, but it's saturated. So once you get people's attention, you have to learn to keep it. So you can't just stop. You have to keep putting something up. I don't care if it's a picture of the dog and say, a dog's just not feeling this song today, kind of thing, or whatever. But you got to post something, and you got to always post and have that interaction and that community.
I'm going to go through withdrawals one day very, very soon. I can see this happening, I'm addicted to it now. And I'm going to blame Barbara for that. I really, really am.
It's all Barbara's fault.
Yeah, it is. She introduced me to a thing called a modern day device. And, now I'm finding out all about it. I really am. Having said that, my friend, we know now that we can get hold of you and that you do have merch, everything like that. I'm going to ask you right up front right now, have you got new work coming out in the near future? Are you looking at releasing new stuff? I know it's just coming out of winter time. You're looking forward to summer. Have you been writing? Are you looking at producing new stuff? And are you going to put it down on CD? How about sending us some?
So it's going to be yes, and yes. And now let me tell you a little secret. So the songs you're playing are all just my demos. They're not even the completed version. So y'all have like a little sneak peek. I've pulled those down, and you're probably the only one that has them now. And I do have, because I was signed towards the end of last year with Dark Lonesome Records, and they just released, and it's my first real release, through a company, Sony Orchard, The Orchard, and Dark Lonesome Records, and Perry Music Group. And that song is Rock and Rollin' Me. So officially, that's the only one that's out online right now. But I have two or three more that's coming on the way within the next few months that'll be out, which you don't have. And that's one called Empty Bottle and another one called Stay With Me. And the ones that you're playing are about to be redone and remastered and have a totally more rocking sound than what it already has.
Well, I got to let you know, Jay, I just heard a big shout of excitement coming out of production just next door. They're very, very excited they love your music as well. They really, really do. So they'll be looking forward to brand spanking new stuff. What I was getting to, now, if you're going to be releasing any CDs and maybe a t-shirt or two, how about passing it on to us so that we can do a competition, keep Jay Daniels playing here at Galaxy? What do you reckon?
Absolutely, we can do that.
Awesome, awesome, because believe me, we want you to come back again. Talk to us once the album is completed. We want to be able to go through it again and keep the promotions rolling, because believe me, we here at Galaxy love your work. We really do. So,
well, thank you, man. Yeah, we'll definitely get that stuff over there to you, and that'll be awesome.
now, slotted up next, we have Dirty Woman. Now, tell me all about this. You've got my imagination.
So, Dirty Woman, when you hear the title, you might think numerous things. But it's kind of about a toxic relationship. I had a buddy of mine come over, and we just sat down and collaborated on this song, and it's really just about a relationship that went sour and turned out to be basically friends with benefits, and she's a dirty woman because she's going to be gone in the morning.
That sounds like a friend of mine in Norway.
Yes. So that's it. But like I said, you could take just from the name all kind of different things away from that.
Yeah, you really, really could. Now, I've got to let you know, a friend of mine in Norway the other day did a show, had his bands on stage, everything like that. He's the manager of a band called the Viking Queen, and when he woke up in the morning, he'd found himself that he had bought a brand spanking new Audi. But, yeah, that's very rock and roll in itself, but he says it worked out that the lady that had sold it to him was actually trying to get a date. Yeah, so let's play Dirty Woman right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Here is, of course, Jay Daniels.
So he's released it through Brian Perry Music Group.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hi Jennifer, darling. How are you? We must catch up, sweetheart.
How you feeling,
Hi
Jay?
Ryan. Any new music?
Yay!
Hi Sabrina, love
Yay!
you.
Somebody that's smiling.
And
I was just going to say, I hope you got a
nice
stiff
to meet
drink
you.
there, my friend. You might need one by the end of this.
You know what I have? I have tea.
Oh, he's
Barbara
a
loves
fan
you.
of mine.
Barbara's in love with you
Yeah,
right
I
away.
drink tea.
Tea.
Yeah.
Barbara's a tea drinker. I'm a coffee
See?
drinker.
See, we have met a lot of tea drinkers
I really
lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope it's a traditional
Oh,
tea,
and-
none of these fancy ones.
And he's having a vape.
No, it is.
Nice.
Only here in Georgia we do iced tea, so that's what that is.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I understand. Is it warm over there at the moment?
I'm sorry.
Is it warm over there at the moment? What's your temperature?
It's a little cool and rainy.
Uh-huh.
I'm not real sure. It's probably in the 50s here.
Okay. Inside here in our office, it's 88.7 Fahrenheit.
Oh, it's
Oh.
quite get round.
Oh, look, it's been hotter. It's been hotter. We've been up around the
Oh,
100.
that's too hot.
Yeah.
That's too hot.
It is.
We have traditional air conditioning. It's called open a bloody window.
Yeah.
we don't.
Yeah.
We don't have any of that fancy stuff.
Yeah, that's warm, and then you have the equipment turned on, and it's even warmer.
Exactly.
Yep, you lose weight in here.
Yeah,
that's
it's a
for
weight
sure.
loss program, we call it.
There you go. Just come into the sauna.
Yeah, exactly. But production is the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
And sometimes it's even twice as hot.
Yeah, it's a smaller room. It's got a high ceiling.
It is. So I'm going to talk to you about coming down to New Zealand to play in front of New Zealand audiences. Would you consider that?
I absolutely would consider that. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. Right now we're trying to put a show together right now, so we could, like I said, this whole project is new. So we're right now starting to work a show together. So that's what we're looking to do, is put something together and get out there and start going. We'd love to go. We used to play on cruise ships, me and a few of these guys in this band. We used to travel all over.
I've just got to cut in there. We've got to go back to the desk.
Yes, we're
Yeah, go
running
ahead.
out of time. But Grant's quick.
I'll see you next week, next week, at the same old time. Galaxy.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 25 after 11 o'clock. It is 27 degrees. Guess what, Barbara? I win. Eventually, I got there. It is Wednesday, February 29th, and I couldn't be more elated to be joined, coming from Georgia today, is Jay Daniels. Now, Jay, as I've been saying, since we've had your music, we've had a huge response wanting to know more about you and about your music, how you find your styles of writing your music, everything like that. So we will ask you a number of those questions. But first of all, you didn't start playing the guitar until you were about 13.
Yes, correct. Yes.
You know, late bloomer?
I guess.
Some of them that we talked to over the years have said, oh, I started at 5. I started late in life. Really? 5?
Yeah, really. My brother always played music. He's older than me. He played music, and it was just in the family, I guess. I had to be different though, because he played piano, so I had to get the guitar.
Yeah, I get that. I
started doing that.
Yeah. Believe me, there's a number of things I would have liked to play with my brother too, but I couldn't get away with it legally.
I heard that. Could be the same situation here. I don't know.
Yeah, I know just where to put that banjo. Believe me. Anyway, Jay, I just was talking to you just while we were off air, and just saying to you, we would absolutely love if you would consider coming to New Zealand here in, the Aotearoas, the Antipodes, and play for New Zealand audiences. Would you consider doing that?
Absolutely. That would be awesome. Yeah, we'd love to travel. We'd love to go meet new people, see new places, meet new cultures, and experience life.
Well, I got to let you know, we here in New Zealand, we're a little crazy, I got to be honest with you. We do things a little differently down under. Maybe it's all the blood rushing to our heads, being upside down and everything like that, and everybody thinks that we are. But having said that, while you're here in New Zealand, are you up for a few challenges?
Yeah, probably. Maybe. It all depends. Yeah, let's just say let's go for it.
Go for yeah.
Let's just go for it.
Don't forget, this is being recorded, so we can hold it against you at any time that we need to.
That's right.
Right. First of all then, my friend, have you ever heard of a hoo-hoo grub?
A hoo-hoo grub. Sounds like something food. I don't know.
Well, it is, believe me, it's not the hoo-hoos that you're accustomed to. But believe me, you know what a caterpillar is, right?
Yes.
Okay, this is a caterpillar on steroids. It's huge, it's big, it's white. It's like a double-decker bus to a mini, to be honest. And it's got a black head. Now, what you do is you put the live body in your mouth, you bite off the head. Don't eat the head, it's yucky. But when you crunch down on this, it's like eating creamy peanut butter.
What? Okay. Is that one of the challenges?
It is, believe me.
Okay.
Because you look at that, believe me, I've looked at some expressions when, you got to wonder about the guy that's handing you a bowl of these things that are live and wiggly and expecting you to eat them.
Have a bite. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Much like the white worm in tequila, if you know what I mean. Sooner or later, everybody tries to get there, but nobody actually wants to do it at the end of the day, do they?
My bass player did it. Yeah, he's got a story he can tell you when we come to New Zealand.
Nice. Well, we are going to create some for you too, because down, and believe me, the indigenous folks of New Zealand have and do still eat the hoo-hoo grub here in New Zealand. And we have a wild foods festival down Hokitika, down the west coast of the South Island. And, well, you know, basically we fry stuff that really just shouldn't be fried. We do. I'm still looking for the stand where you can dunk chocolate, you know, women into chocolate.
There we go. That's it. Yeah. Where is that stand at?
Yeah. Have they bought it this year? Believe me, be an all-day liquor, wouldn't it? Anyway,
That's right.
we could take you down to Queenstown while we're down in the South Island. And down there, basically, it's a little boutique kind of town trying to be a city, but it's where all the A-listers go to get away from their friends when they take their entourage with them. Now, Shania Twain owns property down there. Kevin Costner was down there not so long ago, and same with Tom Cruise. You know, the kind of place where, you know, they want to get away from their friends, but they take them anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, one of those. So while we're down there, I don't know, Barbara, we'll throw them off a bridge.
Well, you're going first.
Yeah, I'm going first. Damn right, I'm going first.
Yeah.
We have a thing here in Queenstown, and it's called bungee jumping.
Oh wow, I've never done that.
Believe me, absolutely fun. It really, really is. I'm the kind of guy that says if it doesn't scare the hell out of you, it's not worth doing. So, and of course, you're not Australian, so we'll attach the bungee.
Okay. I've never done it. I will try it.
All right. Well, I tell you what.
As long as the rope is not too long.
Oh, well, you know, you might get your hair wet.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's what You got it. But having said that, we could take you to extra higher heights, and of course, I'm a very accomplished paraglider and parachutist, and love to be able to jump out of perfectly good aeroplanes anytime. So if you feel like doing something like that, I'd be very honoured to do a tandem with you.
That is awesome. That's really awesome.
Great. Love that. Absolutely love that. So we'll go for the hoo-hoo, we'll go for the bungee, now we'll go for the parachuting. I am excited, I really am. So, have you ever heard of a Zorb?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, it's spelled Z-O-R-B, or Z-O-R-B if you're in New Zealand, and it's a big, clear, round ball. Now what we do is we get you plenty juice beforehand, put you in the ball, roll you down a hill, you know, but it's much like human skittles. We'll get people to run away from you in front of you, so that by the... Now, the reason why we get you plenty juice first is when you run over their faces, the looks on their faces is priceless, it really is.
Yeah, that one might be the most difficult one yet. Is seeing me getting this big ball and go rolling down it.
Don't worry, we'll find a way of stuffing you in there. At the same time, I would presume that you would want to bring your togs because it's water in there, so there's no friction and stuff like that. Unless you're like me, when the water all comes out, there's extras in there.
Okay, whatever.
You get
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah. When you're getting out, you go, I don't remember eating that.
I don't remember that being there.
Yeah, exactly. But, well, you know, it is a lot of fun. Have you heard of Lord of the Rings?
Oh, yes.
Okay, well, from where we are, this office right here, right now, an hour and a half away is, of course, Middle-earth, where they did the Hobbiton right at the very start of the Lord of the Rings trilogies. I think there was only 3 of them, wasn't there? Then they had a lot of spin-offs after that. But we can take you there to the original set, have meal, everything like that, have a look around. Believe me, it is an absolute wondrous place to go and have a look at how they made Lord of the Rings.
Okay, that'd be cool.
He's down for that as well. Now we take you...
I'm down for whatever.
Okay, so we'll take you up to our biggest city in Auckland in the North Island, and well, there we can go out on the Hauraki Gulf, the harbour there, and have a meal, take in a few beers, wines, whatever you drink, just take in the ambience, have a little relaxed time as well, and at the same time, we might actually get some work done.
Well, you know, I like that.
I like that, I do. Now, I got to ask you, are you married?
I am.
So, will you be bringing your wife with you? The reason why I ask that is Barbara's an Olympic shopper.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know now. I don't know if I should. And,
A little
no,
bit.
she probably, yeah, no, she would probably want to come on that trip.
Nice. Well, she
would probably be the first to bungee jump.
I like it. I do. I like it. But at the same time, a little bit of a heads up. Yes, Barbara is an Olympic shopper. She knows all the right places to go and just entertain the ladies anywhere in New Zealand. Believe me, absolute fun to go out shopping. Unfortunately, I end up in the bar.
So do I.
Yeah. I find that far more entertaining watching a good game of sports on the TV, having a beer, where the girls go out buying shopping bags.
Absolutely.
And I'm always amazed when the girls come back with what they've bought and everything like that. So, it's nice to see smiley faces, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely it is. My dog just ran in here smiling at me, speaking of that. She my wife just came in to get my dog.
That's okay, believe me, we got a couple that are floating around here as well. Ours are actually security dogs that we have here overnight, if you know what I mean. But they love to run into the studios here and just upset everything as many times as possible, and hope that I say time to eat. Anyway, my friend, let's move on a little bit and talk about Just Like a Railroad. Now, I'm fascinated with the song. It was one of the first that I heard of yours, and it was one of the ones that convinced me that I actually wanted to do an interview. Tell me all about it.
So this song is actually, it's one of the first songs I've ever written completely. This song is probably almost 20 years old, but I just really recorded it. So I wrote that with my old band in mind, when I wrote it, just about how hard it can be being in a band, it's like we have the railroad, but we just don't have a train to get down the tracks, kind of thing is how it felt sometimes, and that's what inspired that song, was just the musician's life and the good times, the bad times, and how fun and how hard it can be.
Jay, I fully understand that. I really, really do. But at the same time, you've also told me now that you've got a merch store and everybody's going to go, you're not going to be poor for long. You really aren't. So, right here at Galaxy 107 FM, joined live by Jay Daniels, is Just Like a Railroad. Oh my gosh, I've got sweat rolling in my eyes. I do.
Turn your fan on.
I should turn the fans on. There we go.
Oh, he's wiping.
Yes. I have a production manager to one side of me. She gives me stats and all sorts of information in my head while I'm talking to you. So if I make a strange, sort of movement or anything like that, it's usually because she said something to me. Having said that, she's also my wife.
You better just stand
So
over there for
she really is in my head.
She really is in my head. Hey, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm really good.
Good, nice to see you.
Yep.
And the worst thing about it is not only is she in my head, she gets paid to be there.
She gets
I'm still trying to figure that one out. How did that one work out? But she also takes photos and backstage stuff that nobody else will see. Even these people that are following us this morning on Facebook won't get to see these photos, except for you, and believe me, we'll send you those as well. And
very cool.
You'll be able to, I don't know, most people trash it once they've been gone. Once they've done the interview, they go, oh, bugger that. I don't want to see that again.
Oh no, man! I'll post this and put it on my website and all sorts. I love this kind of stuff. This is great.
Nice. So next up we have Say Goodbye, and we'll have a chat about that. At the same time, we will have a chat about. Well, we might do the 5 questions.
Oh, no.
What do you reckon?
What do you reckon? No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Leave one off.
Leave one off.
Yeah.
Which
one?
one?
5.
Number 5. You don't like the euthanasia?
No.
Okay. Okay. All right. Did you see Billie Eilish has got the title track for the new James Bond
apparently.
song?
Yeah, I don't know which song it's for though.
It's actually not that good.
I watched the new song, it's cool.
It is. So, if you're brave enough, we'll do the 5 questions from the 50 Shades of Grant.
Okay, we can give it a shot.
Yeah, and at no stage will I ask you if you're on a desert island because, you know, well, the only desert island you'd be, it would be Fiji, right?
There you go.
Hawaii, Samoa,
What about Tahiti? That's not
Tahiti, yeah, okay.
New Caledonia is nice. I've
Yeah, it
been
is,
there.
it is, yeah.
I've been there.
Vanuatu, you know.
No, I haven't been there.
Anyway,
There's
let's
a lot
go
of
back to the desk.
Vanuatuans I worked with.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 19 away from 12 o'clock, 26 degrees. Barbara and I both win. We beat the weatherman, which is not unusual for us, literally. Wednesday, February 19th, and I'm absolutely elated to talk to Jay Daniels, coming out of Georgia today, of course, hailing from Mobile, Alabama. Now, tell me, Jay, what's it like in Mobile?
You know, there's water in Mobile, unlike Atlanta, where I am now. so that's one big plus. There's a beach. It's hot, it's humid, and it rains all the time. Yeah, that's about it.
I get it. Believe me, I was brought up, I was actually born in Phoenix, Arizona, to be very honest with you, but I was brought up on the west coast of the South Island here in New Zealand. My father was an explosives expert for the coal mines, and, well, it rained so much there that people in other parts of New Zealand were asking me, so do you have web feet or not?
Yeah, I gotta swim.
Believe me, we've got a lot of good swimmers down in Westport, I've got to be honest with you.
That's right.
But it does rain a lot there. We get a lot of weather from Australia, and that's the first point of contact sometimes. So, yeah. Whereas we may be in a drought where we are right now. Down there it's lush. It's absolutely green. It's lovely down there. In some parts of it, would you believe, flooding underwater. We find this, you know, rather strange, seeing we're just hanging out for a bit of water and they've got too much of it. Why don't they ship some up to us?
Pump it up.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But yeah, Mobile's home for me. I'm in Atlanta, you know, on a job. You know, it's for what I do full time. But Mobile's home. I love it. I miss it. You know, want to be back there eventually. So can't wait. You know, that's where my family, that's where my band is. So I'll make the 5-hour drive back to Alabama just so we can practice and work on our show.
Now, a little side story here, and you mentioned that's where your job is. Basically, you work for television, don't you?
I do. I shoot video for local news station.
Should I be scared? I mean, I might be getting showed up right now.
Nah.
Believe me, I'm kind of anxious now. You know, I've got a professional with me. Wow. Believe me.
I had to check, you know, I was trying to check, make sure the headroom was right whenever I was setting my camera up. I was trying to get the right angle, so I don't know. Hopefully it worked out.
You know, that's a sign of a perfectionist. It really is. You and I are going to get on really, really well with Jamie. We really are. Now, having said that, we invited you to New Zealand. I've got to warn you, my friend, I do like to have a tipple every, couple of minutes or two, we like to get into a bit of shenanigans. I hope you're up for, I hope you bring some bail money.
All right. I'm down for a good laugh, a little bit of fun. Hey, what's it gonna hurt?
Great. Well, I tell you what, bring some extra just in case you need to bail out the wife as well.
Yeah, we might have to bail her out.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Make sure there's a little extra in the coffers for that, because we do like to have some fun. Now, my friend, I'm going to ask you some, the 5 questions from the 50 Shades of Grant, and I hope you're up for this because it is rather a bit of a laugh. So
I do too.
let's kick it off. We'll go with the prime ministers and people around the world, leaders around the world. Now, Boris Johnson has just managed to win his election in the UK. Of course, he's the British Prime Minister. Here in New Zealand, we're run by a lady called Jacinda Ardern. Now, believe me, we love Jacinda. And one of the best Prime Ministers we've ever had in history. Then, of course, there's Angela Merkel coming out of Germany, the Chancellor of Germany, and Donald Trump. Which is the odd one out?
Which is the odd one out? Yours.
No, Donald Trump is the odd one out. All 3 others are actually real politicians. They've done it for their life.
Oh, okay, we'll see. I don't know.
Unfortunately, he's also the colour of his former impeachment, isn't he?
That's true.
And we're still trying to figure out whether we should feed that thing on his head or name it. Question number 2. All right. James Bond. Are you familiar with James Bond?
I am familiar with James Bond. Not a whole lot, but a little bit.
007. All right. Do you know that he's currently rehabbing because he broke his ankle while making the new movie? 12 weeks.
I did not know this.
12 weeks apparently he's going to be down. So in the time, the franchise owners and all the bosses and everybody got together and said, we want to change James Bond into a woman. They put that prospect out to the world, and believe me, the world got back to them and said, no way. Ian Fleming wrote James Bond as a man. We couldn't see Moneypenny being James Bond anyway. So after a lot of deliberation over that, they realised, okay, not a woman, we're going to compromise. Now James Bond's going to be gay. Guess what they're going to call him?
What?
07. Not 00. Yeah,
just 07. I just can't.
It's not going to be 00. It's going to be 07. Here's my gun. Yeah, okay.
How do I load it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. At the same time, I've got to ask you, my friend, have you ever tried vegan sausages?
What kind of sausages?
Vegan sausages.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, I'm still to find somebody who does because I want to know if they're made of real vegans. Well, I was disappointed, highly disappointed at Girl Guide biscuits when I found out there was no Girl Guides involved.
yeah, definitely haven't had one of anything with any vegans in it.
All right. Right now, here in New Zealand, we are finding it, well, the politicians are finding it rather difficult. They're trying to find their ethical middle ground, if you know what I mean. So they've made a referendum on a couple of things. Barbara doesn't want me to ask you one of those, but the first one that they do have a referendum on is medical marijuana. What's your take? Do you think we should make it available for the people who need it?
I think everybody should have it if they want it.
Good answer. Good answer. I do too. Got to be honest with you. I was walking down the main street the other day, one of the footpaths, and a little old man comes riding up to me in one of these little carty things, you know, the sidewalk surfer things, complete with a flag too, by the way. It was purple, and the guy says to me, Grant, I've just found out. And I went, what have you found out? And he says that marijuana oil is good for your joints. I went, no.
That's right. Look, if you can get prescribed all kinds of funky pills and everything else, you ought to be able to smoke a plant. That's the way I feel about it.
Well,
You know, so...
I think the pharmaceutical companies are very, very scared because they can't reproduce what the benefits of this can do, if you know what I mean. So
Absolutely.
I'm all for it. I really, really am. And in fact, so for it, I think everybody should have the right to be able to have it, not just the people who use it as a medical excuse. You know what I mean? I think everybody should have the right to be able to choose. Do you want to smoke or do you want to drink? Or do you want to do this or that? It's one of those rights things.
Totally agree.
Now, the question that I've been banned to ask, Barbara doesn't want me to ask, I'm going to ask you anyway,
Of course, I knew.
is
okay.
the other referendum we have here in New Zealand is about euthanasia. What's your take on that?
As far as a person's right to choose to, you know, I guess, you know, that's just one of those things. That's such a personal choice, you know, and, you know, I guess it all depends on the situation, you know, and I've never lived in that situation to see, but I know some people are in a state to where they are of good sound mind and can make the judgment that their life it has no quality whatsoever, and I guess that would be really up to them. That's kind of my, you know,
Absolutely.
if you're of good sound mind and can make that judgment, then, you know, I mean, I don't know. Again, I don't want to tell anybody how to live their life and what to do with it.
No, and I agree with you, my friend, but I do feel that that is warranted in this country and for every country, literally. Not that it's legalised suicide, but more the fact that if it's, and it should be judged on individual cases, I feel, but if it's something that's going to relieve the pain of that particular person and help them out, then I think it should be available to that person. Don't you agree?
No, I do agree with that. I agree that the person has to have sound mind, though.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got to be at least in control of their mental faculties to be able to make that decision. It's not a decision for the family to make.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Otherwise, there'd be a lot of rich people for no reason.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But me personally, I want to go like my grandfather went, you know, in my sleep, unlike the passengers in his car screaming at the time.
Yes.
So, you've survived the 5 questions of Grant. Say goodbye. Now, tell me all about that. I'm not asking you to leave, but I'm asking you to tell me about say goodbye. I'll
be right back. I'm going right here. Hold on. Oh. So, in Say Goodbye, you'll hear this little lap steel. Starts it off. I've never played a lap steel, and one day I had an idea for a song, and I was like, I gotta stop by the music store and get a lap steel. And so I came home, tuned it up, you know, did a little YouTube research, figured out how to tune it up, and came up with Say Goodbye. Wrote it, recorded it, all in an evening, and that was it. That's what you hear.
Well,
and yeah, that's what. Yeah, it's just a little love song, you know, about breaking up, you know, kind of thing. About, you know, don't want to say hello if you're only going to say goodbye, and then at the end you're like, no, forget that. We got to stay together, kind of deal.
well, I got to let you know, Jay, 1,307 requests for Say Goodbye since we've started playing it. It is going through the roof. It really, really is. People,
Wow, that's awesome.
People are connecting with it. They really, really are. At the same time, 62 countries, 94 cities around the world tuned in right now, listening to Jay Daniels at Galaxy 107 FM. Say goodbye. How you feeling there, my friend?
Man, I feel good. How y'all doing?
Nice.
I'm feeling all right.
I'm great. I'm sorry it's such a marathon.
No, it's great. It's fine. No, it's good.
Nice. So,
I'm having a good time. I hope my wife has a beer downstairs for me whenever I get done.
what, you haven't banged on the floor yet? Bring my beer.
Hey!
Yeah, that wouldn't work for me either.
No, yeah. Not like that anyway.
No, far from it. Believe me. This office is dominated by females. I've got to be honest with you. For the handful of males that work in this office, we've all learned to be able to have to work with the women and accept their ways of doing things, otherwise we don't get fed.
Yeah. Yeah, just do what they say.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll all be fine.
Exactly. Then they let me loose with the microphone. It's weird.
Oh.
But I have been doing this for a little while now, so
Yes, you have. We have been doing it for a while. Hi, Steve. Hi, Chrissy.
yeah, and I've really got to say
Hi,
to you, Jay,
Cheryl, sweetie. Hi, Jennifer again.
I really am
Sabrina.
thankful for you to
Love
come
you all.
and have a chat to us, my friend. It's an absolute pleasure to be able to talk to you.
Well, I appreciate that. I really do. I was scared. Oh, sorry, I'm kicking my camera. I was scared my my work was going to get in the way of it, but I made it happen, so glad to be here.
That I appreciate. I really, really do. And you know something, my friend? I am hoping that you'll come back again and chat to us again in the future. Are you there?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, so you are that sadomist, you know, you got that sort of sado in you. You really want to put yourself through this pain again.
Yeah, absolutely. That's, I mean, you know, you got to.
Yeah, you know, I like this guy. I like this guy. I really do. Believe me, you'll be able to play a copy of this when we give it to you on your TV and show your wife, go, look at the shit I had to go through.
Can you believe this guy?
Yeah.
No, Grant.
Who lets him loose with a microphone?
We expected to be on his TV reporting thing.
Yeah, well, you know, you can take it into
Yeah.
his TV station
Clips
and
of
say,
it.
look at this, guys. This is how you interview people.
Yeah.
I've been telling you, you've been doing it wrong the whole time.
Yeah, those 12 questions are getting old. Kiwis know how to do it. Oh, my goodness.
No, that's great. That's great.
So, When the Whiskey's Poured is our next song. It's going to be our last one. But when we're finished with that, please don't go anywhere because we do have a few things that we do afterwards. And believe me, you'll get a copy of everything, including,
All right.
we'll give you copies of course, the instructional videos of the Hoo Hoo Grub and bungee jumping down in Queenstown. We'll also give you one of the Zorb. You'll understand when you see that one. And
Okay.
I'm a big favour of having a few of these
few
before you
people
get
to
in it.
send
Yes.
I'll send them soon, guys. They're online. Cheryl
Yeah.
and
Cheryl's with us.
Sabrina.
Hello,
yes.
sweetheart. How are you? Hope you had a great, great Valentine's Day. I know you would have. Anyway, let's go back to the desk.
Oh. Hang on.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 3 away from 12 o'clock. It is 26 degrees. Barbara's winning now. She is. Well, good on her too, because we all had faith we were going to beat the weatherman. Wednesday, February 19th, and for those of you in town, or for those of you that listen to us absolutely all the time, I'm going to let you know that I've just been told by the IT people and the and our engineers that we're going to be down for a couple of hours this afternoon while we put in brand spanking new equipment. Looking forward to that.
Gee, it's been a
Really
while.
am. A new desk coming. Love that. Really have. And so that really, really tops it up. It really does. We've got Jay Daniels with us as well, and he's coming out of Georgia. Now, working for television, this guy is an absolute talent in his own right, and is producing his own stuff, sending it from time to time off to go and get it recorded and broken down by other studios. Now, Jay, how about a shout out for the studios that you send your work to?
Yeah, so we went back in September to a place called Dogwood Studios in Mobile, Alabama, and we recorded 3 songs, re-recorded 3 songs, and I don't believe you have those songs. I'm not real sure if you have those or not. But anyway, once we got in there, did spend a few weeks getting all that together, then we sent those to Nashville to be mastered at a place called Yes Master Studios.
Absolutely stunning, because as I told you before, I break it all down into its increments and everything like that. And what I'm listening to here is absolutely wonderful work. It really, really is. I'm excited about listening to the stuff I haven't heard yet.
Yeah, those right there were just recorded in here.
You know, and look at that desk behind you. You know, I could spend hours playing with that little toy behind you. Believe me, it's just a fascination for me. I love desks. I really, really do. And,
Oh yeah, a lot of fun.
at the same time, I'm going to be finding out about a brand new one that we're getting today too. So that's fascinating in its own right. When the whiskey's poured, now believe me, we get asked for this so much. We really, really do. That I play it in the breakfast show every other morning, literally. And people have seemed to have, well, they've connected to the song. Tell me, what makes the whiskey get poured in the first place?
Well, you know, my buddy, a good buddy of mine, Mike, he was not the inspiration, but he's always been there. He's not a band member, but he is a band member because he's always there. So I wrote that song from a perspective of being there on the bar stool, waiting for the band to come on, hoping they're going to play the song, you know, and having a good time. You know, that song is about going and seeing the band play, hearing the band play, and meeting the people and mingling with the people. You know, there's a line in there that says, Mikey's at the bar, he's got drinks for two. You know, kind of, and it's talking about my buddy. He's at the bar, he's got drinks for two because the boat is, you know, kind of thing. And it's you know, it's just about a good time, and that's what it is. Going to see the band and having a great time.
Well, you know, Jay, the world has listened to this and absolutely has adopted this song. Believe me, 1,900 plus requests that we've had for it since we started playing. I think the fans of Galaxy know what they like, and they like when the whiskey's poured right here at Galaxy. Here's Jay Daniels.
Nice.
How's that? It's a lot of fun doing this, I tell you. And I'm really, really happy to make your acquaintance, my friend. I really, really am.
Thank you, everyone,
Yeah,
for
same here.
joining
It's
us.
been great. It's been great. I've enjoyed talking to you both.
You know, next time we get together, we'll have to throw in a
Hi,
couple of
Greg.
extra band members.
Hi, Sean.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. We could definitely make that happen.
Nice, nice. We can pick on them then, can't we?
Absolutely, we can gang up on them. That'd
Yeah,
be great.
exactly. The only thing is, you got to live with them.
That's right.
They can wait until they get here to punch me in the eye.
That'd be awesome. We would definitely love to come over there and play. That'd be great.
Nice. One thing I
We're
would,
trying to work that show out. So
awesome. Well, I tell you what. One thing I would love to ask you is, next time you're near a recordable 58, how would you like to do a couple of stingers for us? Like, hi, it's Jay Daniels. You're listening to Galaxy 107 or something like that.
yeah, I can get that done. I can do that.
Awesome, because I want to try and offer as many places that we can keep Jay Daniels playing here at Galaxy. I really do.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. Have her message me what she would like me to
No,
say, and I'll do that, and I'll send them to you.
She won't do that because she believes that they all sound the same if they follow the same script. You know what I mean? Personality.
Yeah. But just your
Personality.
call sign and all that. You just want Galaxy 107 FM?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
All right, yeah, cool. We can do that.
And anything else you want to put around that.
Yeah.
As long as
Yeah,
it's
perfect.
as long as it's not swearing.
Yeah.
Not allowed, I'm not allowed
I
to
know the
swear.
rules.
Yeah,
I know the rules.
That's good. That's good.
Clayton Bellamy mentioned he was in your bedroom.
Yeah, I don't know whether you've ever heard of Clayton Bellamy from the Roadhammers. They're actually in the Hall of Fame in Canada. And he did one for me just the other day. He says, I don't know how I found myself in your bedroom, but thank you for listening to Galaxy 107 FM.
Yeah, something like that.
That's great.
Do
Love
something
that.
like
I can get you a few of those done and all that, and send those y'all's work. I got my microphone right here. I don't know if you can see it. But
Yep, I got you. Yep, I got you.
Yeah.
So believe me,
Yeah, so we get that done.
we'd be honoured to be able to play them on our radio. We really would.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm honored that you're playing my stuff. Thank you so much.
And at the same time, is he aware of Jacksonville?
No.
He's not. Okay, I'm going to spring that one on. I really, when we go back to air, and we've only got a couple of seconds left, I'm going to talk to you about a television company that we have sister partnership with. So we'd love to be able to get your information over there as well, if that's okay with you.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. Let's go back to the desk. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 5 after 12 o'clock, 26 degrees downtown. I think that's about where we're about to be right today, Wednesday, February 19th, and today's feature artist, of course, being Jay Daniels and the Jay Daniels Band, coming out of Georgia, and of course, hailing from Mobile, Alabama. I haven't been to Mobile yet, but we will get there one day very, very shortly when we catch up again with Jay Daniels the next time he turns up. Now, Jay, at the same time, I've really got to thank you for joining us. But a little extra cookie in the jar is that we are associated with a late-night television show in Jacksonville, Florida. Now, they take all of our interviews, everything like that. We send them music, all that sort of stuff. They cut down the stuff that they can use and put it on their show. About 60,000 viewers a night they have over there. Would you mind if we forwarded this interview and all of our information over to them so that, well, you never know, they may get in touch with you very shortly. Frank Muma is the guy. He will probably get in touch with you and say, hey, how would you like to come into the studio next time you're in Florida and do something live with us?
I think that'd be awesome. I used to live in Jacksonville, and my sister still does. Be great.
Nice. Well,
I used to work at one of the TV stations in Jacksonville.
Okay. Well, this is literally late night television, and Frank Muma, he works with us very, very closely. He takes a lot of our work, gets in touch with a lot of the artists, not only from America but from around the world that we provide them, and it gives them a lot of choice. Would you believe, to be able to just fill in a gap every now and again. Feel sorry because the people in Jacksonville, Florida are looking at this mug every now and again, and that's really horrible. No wonder it's
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, no wonder it's at late night, believe me. Yeah. That'll keep you awake for hours. You don't need coffee or tea. Just turn on late night TV. See, Grant, that'll scare the heck out of you, and you'll be awake all night. So, my friend, I got to thank you so much for joining us here at Galaxy. Thank you for taking the time out of your evening over there and joining us here for lunch now at basically around about lunchtime. But I'm going to ask you, will you please come back again? Can we do this again?
We can absolutely do this again, and thank you guys so much for having me. It's been a blast. I've enjoyed chatting with you and getting to know you, and hopefully your listeners had a great time and they enjoy the music.
Well, I told you it wasn't going to be the traditional 12 questions, that's for sure. So I'm so pleased that you were able to survive this and not throw anything at a screen just yet. So don't go anywhere, Jay. We will catch up right after this, but right here at Galaxy 107 FM is the M People way back in 1993. Moving on up.